All right, hey. So this is week 4 of our second game. We got the swordsman, sorcerer, and captain are still alive. Um, as I said in my last video, my kids are coming over. We're going to play a big game of Magic Realm, so I'm going to need all these pieces back. And so I would have changed shirts and pretended it was a different day. um, but I'm not going to. My shame, the Pittsburgh Pirates. Anyway, um, the difference is I'm not drinking tea anymore. I am drinking bourbon. So actually, I'm drinking Old Overholt Rye. I'm not drinking bourbon. Mm, I should have wiped that glass down better though. Every so often, smells like I get a little bit of residue from like the dishwashing liquid or whatever, or dish soap, and yeah, no, it's just the first. It's literally just that first little sip or whatever. Is like, is that right? No, okay. But I do like a good rye. So it is the last week, and I do feel bad. So our current standings are: the captain is leading 5, the swordsman with 3, the sorcerer is lagging behind. Um, I'm not super happy with how I've played necessarily any of the characters, but I'm very disappointed actually in my sorcerer play. I don't think I've done a good job. I'll need to rethink him for the quest game because ultimately I ended up playing him effectively like the druid, right? And he hid from everything, and so be it. And that's great sometimes. And if you luck out with the quest cards and get the right locations, that can win you many points because you can get a bunch of points and move with impunity. And that's great. He didn't. And so I'm stuck without points. And what I should have done is gone way harder after some monsters and way harder after a couple, um, maybe a couple native groups. And he should be at least scoring for prowess, and he's not, and so on. So that's my fault. I will have to rethink that. I'm going to be bummed because if the swordsman and the captain make it through, I love the captain. I hate the swordsman, and if he makes it through, it's going to be a weird one for me to get through to the next game. But but he's the swordsman's done what he needed to do, which is mostly stay out of trouble. He killed just enough to score prowess, and we'll see how he does the last week of the game. Now he's got stuck. His last week was literally stuck here in this hellhole, which is the borderland. Um, he's going to try to score one more point, which is the happy camper. I'm not happy camper, the ghost hunter. He will probably check to see what's in the mountain and see if he can't score maybe a quick treasure or two. But I think other than that, he is. We're getting to the end. The large campfire is not in the cards. It would require another trek through this, and I don't think he can get that done necessarily. We'll see. In the meantime, I think what he's going to do, he doesn't want to. I think he's going to hide and move to Borderlands 1. Hide, move, BL1. I mean, it's been a lot of that. And he's failed hiding as often as not and ended up having to run and so on. So not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. The sorcerer is going to finish exploring the cliff here. Um, I don't think he can be blocked, right? If I recall, he is not. Is he not blockable? Right? Card cannot block or be blocked. So he is able to just move, and then he could get there, but he'd be jumped by the boys. But I think that's okay. I think he's going to then meld into mist. Um, I think that'll be his plan. And then so okay, so yeah, move. So he'll end up in Bad Valley 4. So move, and then move, Bad Valley 4, and he is done. And the captain has rested. He's traded. He's got a mace. He's going to hide 3 times and retry his fight here. And that is it. That's our day. Let's roll here and get this last week underway. 4, we got giants and trolls. There's not many of those left. But the swordsman cares because he's going to end up there, and these guys are going to just chunk right on him. Like, they're literally following him. They would follow him out of the borderland if they could, but they can't. So we'll just put them there to remind us. And, or actually, what we'll do is we'll put them there. We'll put this. The swordsman will go on top. He's certainly not fighting them. And he will try to move next turn into that mess, and get his last point of the game, I think, maybe. So the captain hides. Hide 3 times. He does. He goes back in after his defeat at the hands of the goblins. And the sorcerer is just going to walk right there. And then these guys are going to jump him. Now, if he were ready, he would nuke them and then deny those points. Instead, tonight, he's good. Does he have a move 3? He doesn't. So he's going to have to melt into mist tonight. So tonight, he melts into mist, his last time. And he'll be done, and he'll leave those guys there. Swordsman's not doing anything. The captain is dragging his goblins to him. So captain can ready that. He'll take him on that sheet. He doesn't need to play a move because he is currently hidden. And let's see where that guy goes. If he lines up with him, that's an easy kill. Oh, and that is what you want to see. He does flip, by the way. So, and let me get my power gauntlets thing here. I do love this. Again, this really is a great tabletop sim module here, because then you can even have chits for the damn bits here. So okay, so he lines up on him. Yeah, he smacks him down pretty much, and would have smacked him down otherwise anyway. The only bad thing about that is his weapon is now unalerted. It's not really a bad thing. These guys will come on the sheet, and we're going to target that one. We're going to cover our move. I think we have to play a move 4 to keep ourselves alive every time, and we'll play that right there. And that's it. So we're just going to stay right there, and let's see what happens. Who moves where? 5. It looks like he goes here, and then these guys move down. That stinks a little bit. He doesn't flip. He does. That is the worst of all possible worlds, by the way. So he bangs the gong there. He wounds the captain. And that's that. So that puts us in a little bit of danger. Not gonna lie. But we're gonna stick with it. There you go. And what we don't want is we don't want these guys to switch and then this guy to flip. And if that happens, we are indeed in trouble. Let's see where they end up. 5. Wow, that is absolutely the worst possible of all rolls here for us. I think the captain has just died. That, you gotta be kidding me. 4, the first guy doesn't flip. The second guy does. In any case, the captain's going to take heavy damage and get killed. You got to be kidding me. Oh my God. I mean, now having said that, he would have flipped. So that is true. So he would go first and kill this guy. It totally doesn't matter. It doesn't actually change the outcome of this combat because this guy's still going to line up and he's still going to kill the captain. If he doesn't line up and let's say still flips, this combat is over and we've won. Um, but in this case, just not what happened. Oh, it sucks. All right. Damn it. This game is always, and that wasn't, don't get me wrong, that play wasn't super safe, right? There was the chance of that happening. Obviously, it did happen. But it wasn't super stupid. We could have managed that. It's just that we lined up twice poorly and thus got our butt kicked. Damn it. All right, so the captain is dead. And what that means, frankly, is that A, this is a super short video because the swordsman and the sorcerer win. They make it through. We don't have to do any more than this. For lack of a better term word, we Captain screwed up, and the other two sort of capitalize on that and just cruise to victory there a little bit. So that's what happened last time. We had the magician and the berserker last time, and the swordsman and the sorcerer this time. So we potentially have a swordsman, magician, berserker, and captain. Now I love the captain, and I do like the sorcerer. Although again, sometimes I feel that some of the meta for the sorcerer involves, cheesily nuking natives or whatever, and he can certainly do that. I'm gonna have to play him more aggressive next round. I still have 2 rounds to go, two different games to go to play the other 8 characters and get me another 2. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get obviously 4 characters from the 2 games that I played already, 4 more. There will then be another round of games, and from there I'll get a final 4, and those final 4 will go head to head, and we'll play those out. So that's it. I am sorry that this is short. I was hoping for a little bit longer haul, but the dice don't lie. So the swordsman and sorcerer win, and they move through, and the captain, who I was sure was going to win, and the reason I was sure, because essentially, Goblin Bounty scores him a point for killing any goblin, and indeed he could have had $15 from killing those 3, if not 30 from killing all 6 goblins in those clearings. So that would be a point and $30. I don't know that that would have covered his equipment losses, but it might have, and that would have put him positive in the gold. So you're scoring a card Goblin Siege was still up, so that's a point. Goblin Bounty's another point. Um, Notoriety might gold would have been potential points, and he would have just wrote it out with like a 7 or 8 point score, which is a pretty decent score. Um, but that's a speculation which didn't happen. He is dead. That's a coulda, woulda, shoulda. Um, Captain's dead. Swordsman and sorcerer move on, and I can clean up actually and prepare the game for my family tomorrow. So thank you all for putting up with my reckless play, and that's it. We're done. I will. I'll see you. I'll see you soon.